Good afternoon. This is Journey into Awareness with Dr. Richard Tscherne. Today we're going to talk about the power of laughter. Have you guys had a good laugh today?
You're here to show them what your brain looks like after, right?
Yeah, you can have my brain back. This is my chicken. Oh, didn't that feel good? I always love to laugh. Really makes you feel good. And you know that the power of laughter was first discussed in Norman Cousins' book, Anatomy of an Illness, in 1979. In that book, he details how he had ankylosing spondylitis. Say that 5 times fast, and that'll make you laugh, because that's a bit of a tongue twister. And how traditional medicine did not help him with this life-threatening form of arthritis. So he checked himself out of a hospital and into a hotel. And there he watched Marx Brothers movies and TV sitcoms. And he found that 20 minutes of laughter gave him 2 hours of pain-free sleep. Isn't that amazing? So he wrote about this in this book, The Anatomy of an Illness, in 1979. And laughter, whether we realize it or not, stimulates our immunity system and our circulation system. It enhances our intake of oxygen, stimulates our hearts and our heart, because we only have one, and lungs, releases our natural painkillers called endorphins, balances our blood pressure, and it also improves our social relationships. Cancer Treatment Centers of America uses laughter in their treatment of their patients and their families, and they are called laughter clubs. Patients and their families have said that through these groups of laughter clubs, they have learned to forget the tension and stress associated with laughter. And it reduces their worry. Patients have said, I never realized I could laugh until after these clubs, but now I realize that I can laugh, and it makes me feel better about my illness. So laughter is an amazing thing, and we have the ability to do that all the time. But what prevents us from laughing? Any thoughts? I can say one from my own experience. It's worry. When we worry, we just forget about laughing. And then when we start worrying, it's kind of like dominoes. One domino falls, and then the other one falls, and then pretty soon we're just consumed with our anxiety. However, one of the best ways to do that, or to relieve that anxiety, is through giving ourselves a laugh. It's so easy, and yet it's complicated. And that's what's the amazing thing about our body. We have all the mechanisms in our body to heal ourselves. However, we perhaps are not aware in the moment when we are stressed to use those mechanisms to our advantage and heal ourselves. I wasn't here with you last week because I pulled my back out, doing a simple thing, tying my shoes, getting ready for a Shriner ball that I was attending for our potentate. And I'm a member, and so is my friend Eddie here, of Kismet Shriners. And we are clowns in Kismet Shriners. Anyway, I was getting ready to go to Greg Feldman's potentate ball, and I was tying my shoe, and all of a sudden my back went out. And I couldn't move. And the first thing that happened to me was I got stressed, because when we feel pain, we feel stress and anxiety. We don't naturally go to laughing and saying, well, this too shall pass, because everything usually does. But the point I'm trying to make is, I didn't really appreciate my body at that particular moment. All I felt was the pain, and all I felt was, oh my God, I gotta get rid of this because it's so uncomfortable. So after a while, I started to relax, and my pain subsided. And then I went to my neurologist for some medication. And then I realized after that experience that I don't appreciate my body enough for what it does. And I need to pay attention to that and pay homage to my body for what it can do. And we all take our bodies for granted, don't we? At times. We just keep pushing and pushing through our daily lives, never remembering to do a couple of things. Breathe and relax. Realize how lucky and fortunate we are for having this life experience and being in our own life experience with all of the adventures that we have within that experience. And nothing is really negative or positive. It's just a learning experience. So, if we do an inventory of that and start to feel differently about our life experience, perhaps then we'll be able to laugh more easily. And sometimes I think, like with everything else, thinking negatively is a habit too. But here's the thing, we can also change that habit and make healthier habits. So, like you and I have learned to think negatively and stress ourselves out, we can also learn to think positively. So perhaps we should train ourselves to laugh more, simply by watching a funny movie or making funny faces in the mirror, clowning around when nobody's there, just to make you laugh. And I feel, wait, my makeup's getting into my eye. Hold on a second. Technical difficulty. These things happen. It's live television.
Dr.
What are you going to do?
I have a question for you.
You do?
How come when we come around the corner and catch our little toe on the molding,
Yes.
and somebody's there watching us, we sit on the ground and hold our toe and we laugh? And when we're alone, we don't laugh.
Probably because when we have somebody there, we're not self-conscious.
Do we want to make them feel better about
Yes.
it? To tell them we're not really hurt that bad?
That's correct. That too.
And maybe they should do it too?
That's
No,
right.
Probably not. They shouldn't do it.
No, they should. I wouldn't recommend that. But I would say, Brother Ed, that's true. We want to make them feel better and at ease. So we just make a joke out of it. And then it becomes a joke. And we don't take it
benevolent
seriously.
part of a personality, I
Exactly.
think.
Yes. And when we're by ourselves, it's more of, we just feel the negative experience of it. And perhaps
You suffer more.
being
Yes.
with the person, you're not feeling so negative about it. It's like, oh, well, you're not taking it so seriously. So that's why you have a tendency to laugh it off.
I remember locking my car keys in my car when you were with me,
Oh, I remember that too.
and you started laughing.
Well, it was kind of funny.
But it made me feel better.
Yes.
And then you said, now look, it's starting to rain. And you made me feel so good about it that I started laughing. Usually someone would say,
Well,
even if you don't lock your keys in the car, it was the first time someone would say, you always lock your keys in the car.
It was just how it
Every time.
happened.
Very good, though.
You patted yourself down and you said, where are my keys? I don't know where they are. And they said, oh. You said, oh, there they are.
Look,
In my ignition.
the end of the day in Flushing Meadows Park, and the storm clouds were coming. And you also had somewhere to go after that.
That's right.
I think in that you put me in a good frame of mind, making me laugh.
That's
I
true.
went right out and I bought a hide key
Yes.
instead of trying to block it out of my mind.
That's right.
So you created a bit of joy instead of pain in me. As I said, it's so nice to be around you.
And as
You
I was
made me
saying
feel good.
before, that's a way of reframing each of us so that we can let go of the things that plague us that are negative and not positive, and we can just release them. And then I like to call them monkeys. We have to let those monkeys go because they
let the
create a lot
monkeys
of
go.
chaos in the kitchen, and sometimes they don't really help us out.
No, the monkeys are there to tell you bad things, right? They're negative. Can you make happy monkeys also?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Sure, you can train those monkeys to do anything you like.
You
It's
said
just a matter of being aware of those monkeys and say, okay, we're going to do something else now.
it's erring on the negatives, on the positive
Positive side
of
rather
things.
than the negative.
I have a friend.
Does
My
that nose make a noise?
Yes, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Especially when I sneeze. It made one before. That
Yes.
whenever something bad happens to her, Judy says, Sony, whenever something bad happens, she laughs. And it's like doing sit-ups, she taught me. She has great abs and she laughs. If something bad, she's always laughing. If something breaks, she laughs. She doesn't get mad about it. And you taught me with the keys. Well, Steve Martin said that comedy is tragedy plus time. But you didn't let any time pass, which I thought was nice, that you laughed already. You know, we always say, we'll laugh about this one day, you know, after the pain wears off. But
However, that's too late
I
sometimes.
think if you can get to it while it's happening and laugh at it, you know, I've learned something sequentially from that it's even better. You can laugh immediately.
Absolutely.
I think it'd be good for couples therapy too. You know,
Absolutely.
so many people that, you know, don't get along and can laugh about what's happening in through life.
And, you know, I know that I have a very loud laugh.
You have an incredible.
Okay.
I've never heard a laugh like.
And the perception about my laugh is that it's too loud. Some people have said, you laugh too loud. And they make me feel subconscious of my laugh, which is it just comes out, you know? And I think that's another reason perhaps why we don't laugh as much as we need to, because perhaps people make us feel self-conscious of laughing. It's just a thought to ponder. I know that's happened to me.
No, you really have to take a leap of faith sometimes to be happy around people, and you know, to be happy all the time. I can remember being happy, and at my job, and people said, "Well, what are you up to? What are you doing? Why are you so happy?"
Oh, you mean
I
as a
said, "It's a
nuclear
choice."
medicine technician?
I mean, yeah, you know, working in a hospital where there's a lot of pain and you know
Yes.
things are very serious, and to be happy and you're happy and nice to people is a way that you can choose to be in your life. You can
That's
see
true.
nature, nurture, but you know, Patch Adams, you know, also was a very happy person, shunned by the medical community for a long time, you know, because he said we're here as physicians to prolong someone's life, but we're also here to, you know, help them be happy and, you know, help them live a better existence, not just prolong their life. You know, we're not supposed to do harm to them at first, but, you know, he took it a step further, like you said. And in Reader's Digest, remember we were talking on the way here?
Yes, that's right.
He said laughter is the best medicine.
Absolutely.
It truly
it
is.
Yes, it
And
is.
maybe that's why we laugh when we fall and we hit our funny bone.
That's true.
It's our body, it's our innate body telling us, you know, you should laugh and it won't hurt.
Absolutely. Yes.
It's almost like a little amnesia for your pain.
And that's the wonderful thing about you and I being Tscherne clowns too, when we entertain the kids in the hospitals, right? We go into those wards and we just put smiles on those faces. And that makes them feel better, and it makes us feel better.
Takes them away.
Too.
There's someone else. There's somewhere else, and sometimes someone else right there. They're the child that they used to be when they're laughing.
And then yesterday when we marched in the Memorial Day Parade in Hicksville, that was fun, because as soon as they saw us coming down the block, the shrine and the clowns and all the kids smile. And you know, I got a kazoo. But it doesn't seem to work.
Didn't come with instructions, though.
I can't make it work.
You're blowing in the wrong end.
Is that what it is?
Turn it around.
Nope.
There it is.
Nope. It's a broken kazoo.
Kazoo broke.
So I have to learn how to blow a kazoo. What kind of a clown doesn't know how to blow a kazoo? Well, anyway, but I just wanted to say that was a wonderful experience to see those kids smiling and laughing.
Myself, we brought joy, and you know, it's one thing that the human experience can feel, and you can give to other people is joy, right?
That's
How do you
right.
do that? How do you give other people joy?
Laughing.
By making
Just
them laugh.
I'm making them laugh.
I myself go out there, and if I make someone laugh during the day, even at Home Depot, or I get a giggle, and I laugh, I thank them. I said, that's the first laugh of the day. And I don't walk around with like a clown all the time, you know that.
No.
In fact, my neighbor knocked on the door for help, and he wanted to know what happened. Did I get home late? Because of how I looked.
Right.
He said, are you okay? He said, were you in some kind of altercation? No, I didn't look like this. I was just putting on the makeup. Mm-hmm. So, you take a chance when you want to be funny.
Absolutely.
You know, but it's truly healing.
Yes. And I think it makes people feel uncomfortable sometimes because it's not part of their comfort zone. They're busy in their heads.
It's not part of their makeup.
Right. And we have to allow ourselves to step out of our body armor and just be natural and laugh. Many times when I'm in Penn Station, people are always looking down at their feet. They're never looking straight ahead. They're too busy getting from one place to another. And if you say hello to people, they get startled, you know? And I just think we're too busy doing instead of being. And that's what this platform is about, Journey into Awareness. It's about learning how to be. And it's our natural state, really. It's not something that we need to learn. It's just something that we need to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm. You're right. You have to be aware. There was a psychologist years ago, Irene Corsola. She said, you don't know what your face looks like during the day. She said, when you're driving, look in your rearview mirror. You probably don't have a smile on. So take your two positive fingers and put the corners of your mouth up. I did this. I went through high school, and I frowned all the time when I didn't know it. And I didn't have many friends.
Really? Interesting.
And I started smiling, and suddenly everyone liked me.
Interesting.
It's your best introduction, your smile.
And there's a saying, laugh and the world laughs with you, cry and you cry alone.
You won't get respect.
That's true.
Hey, you're kind of like Rodney back there, you know? He never got respect for anything. But maybe that made his career, and then he made people laugh.
That's true. He took aspects of his own life experience and made them funny.
Mm-hmm. He found the woman of his dreams. I saw him in his last concert.
Yes.
And he didn't say anymore, I don't get no respect. He goes, hey, you know what happened to me? He never said that again. He was truly in love because he found the center of what made him tick. Comedy, making people happy.
Which goes back to our original point about just being in touch with yourself and just allowing yourself to be free. And when you allow yourself to be free, watch what happens.
And it goes back to a point about your mission here. You said it's about love.
Yes.
And that's how we can give people love.
First
making
to ourselves,
them happier,
and then
giving
to
them
others.
joy.
Yes. First to ourselves and then to others.
You know, I've heard that you can't give yourself joy, but you can give it to others through laughter.
And we're all mirrors to each other, you know. And that's That's the true essence of us too, that we're all mirrors to each other. So when we mirror something to others, it comes back to us 100 times. And that's the wonderful thing about this life experience, because tomorrow is going to be a better day than today, and so on and so on. And if you're conscious about what you're doing and how you're feeling, you can change the way you think. And when you change the way you think, you change the way you feel. It's a converse relationship. I don't know if that's the right word.
So what you're saying, thoughts are things?
Yes.
You can manifest them
Absolutely.
if you think. A
Absolutely.
little positive, a
Yes.
little happier.
Yes.
You don't look at the sorrow.
Absolutely.
You look at the laughter.
Absolutely. It's just like me learning how to play this kazoo.
You could play it yesterday. But now you can laugh about
I'm
it.
going to learn how to do it.
It must be a magic kazoo. I know you can take lemons and make lemonade, folks.
Next time you see me, I will know how to play this kazoo.
Do they make a pipe cleaner for kazoo? Maybe your kazoo is clogged.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
And in closing, what I would like to do, and I would like to invite Corinne Caro out, and we are going to have a belly laugh together.
Okay. Where do you want me to be, Richard? Dr. Richard?
Wherever you feel.
You could squeeze in, you could sit here.
Yes.
I don't have a mic, so.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nice show.
Okay.
It's nice to be
Give
here.
you the old chicken. Some old chicken.
Thank you. I think you're right. Laughter is such a good medicine, and when you really think about, for me to be here with you today, I just wrote something about you actually on Twitter. You battle so many things in your life, and you're so positive.
It's incredible.
Oh, boy.
Unbelievable.
I know. And here you are, always positive, each week coming to do the show, and you're an inspiration to everybody. You're just an amazing and brilliant person with a
Thank
heart
you.
of gold and with a smile on your face. You go about life and inspire others, truly. So I'm happy to know you.
Corinne, how does laughter work for you in your life?
Honestly, when I'm feeling a bit down,
You get to the chopper, right?
yeah, I have. I have to say, sometimes I take a step back and say, really, like, life is good. This is silly. Like, laugh, be funny, be happy. And I think good people around you actually will make you laugh, like you today, talking about something very serious, and then all of a sudden you guys are bursting out and laughing. I think when you have really good friends and someone who really cares about you, they're the people that are going to say, hey, why are you so bummed?
Could always be worse, right?
It can always be worse. Really,
there's
but
always
everyone's
someone
going through
worse
their
off,
own
isn't there?
thing. Everyone's in their
Right.
own world,
Right.
and my bar for worse is not
Yes.
what someone else is.
You can
Correct.
never say I know exactly how you feel
No.
because you don't. No.
No, you don't.
No, but you know what? If
I
you
feel
know,
like my girlfriend Lydia was
feel
loving
like my fist full of pumped up muscles.
big time.
You know,
Whoa.
you can hear what they're going through, but then as a
Yes.
kind, caring, emotional person, maybe you can help to make it better. Maybe you have what it takes. Sometimes it's only a sentence, like when one door closes, another one opens, and it
That's
could
true.
change your life. you
I
know?
agree with you. Or you would just beat
I
them
think
up.
I would beat them with my fistful of pumped up muscles, yeah, and make them eat right, and then get to the chopper. Yeah. Listen to her now and hear her later. Everybody knows, she knows what she's talking about, Richard.
I do, right?
That's why they're
Absolutely.
here. That's why this
I have a lot of
manifested.
respect for Corinne.
Thank you.
All this goodness manifested, Richie becoming a clown, you saying, I want to help people. It all started in your mind as a
This is
positive
true.
thought. Yeah.
And one thing I notice about you, Corinne,
Yes.
your smile. And it's like sunshine. And you're always smiling because that makes you feel good.
It
right?
does. It
And
does.
it's infectious because it makes everybody else feel good too.
Thank you. Your smile is that way for me every week. And when I watch your show, when I think of you, I definitely smile. So I appreciate that. And I want people to think of me and think of my smile, because I want them to smile just just thinking of fun times that we had. I think every
That's
one of my
right.
friends has a great memory that we can think of and we could talk about. And
Absolutely.
my very, very best friend has, you know, has my best intentions, understands me, can make me laugh in a second, and, you know, can make me smile just a second, no matter how sad.
BFFs are really important, aren't
Very.
they?
So,
And
Friends are the-
I've observed Corinne off camera, and it's interesting. She's the same person off camera as she is on camera. She has a phrase, and what is it, Corinne?
I have a
Is it-
phrase?
Yes,
I have
I
lots
heard
of
you say
phrases.
it quite a few times downstairs and up here. That you said, "Is that okay with you, or does that work for you?"
I didn't realize I said that.
Yeah, you know, and,
Do I?
and asking people questions opens them up to be themselves.
You're
This
good.
guy, good
It's a
guy
good-
you brought here today.
You're a good
Muscles and
communicator.
all.
I've-
Thank you. I'm a
these
good
are-
communicator
these are
because
my-
I've
Yes.
been told opposite.
Oh, you're a great.
By asking
And you're a good therapist
These
too,
are my
because that's
laughter
what a
muscles.
therapist asks.
Yes.
Is this
Well,
okay?
You know,
Yeah.
I would
Oh.
love to get into that more in my
Well,
my next life.
we'll
I have
talk
a
about
degree
that.
in psychology, but I would love to take that further.
We'll talk about
especially,
that. We'll talk
with
about that for
relationships.
sure. We'll
Thank
talk
you.
about
I
that.
would love that.
Well, I think that you are a good communicator because you know what they used to say? Have a good day.
Yes.
Good communicators make it a great day. They don't have a good day, so
That's
they
excellent.
facilitate it.
I think that we should just stay here and just talk about Corinne. I love this.
There's Corinne. Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm down.
You guys are great.
I'm clown with that.
Exactly. Thank you. Well, you know what? Let's just make sure that we watch each other and we inspire each other each and every day.
Absolutely.
And anyone that's watching, we're here for you.
Absolutely. That's a deal.
Okay. Deal. Let's shake on that. I love it.
See you next time on
Thank
the
you.
Daily Blue.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Keep them laughing.
Good
Let's
stuff.
hear it.